And developing right now, after a long, dangerous journey, nuclear inspectors with the United Nations have arrived at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant in Ukraine. The route this caravan took to arrive at that facility came under fire during that journey. Ukraine warning here that it cannot guarantee the safety of these inspections as war rages on around the plant. But IAEA Director Rafael Grossi is saying that his team fully understands the risk and they're proceeding with this critical mission anyway. National correspondent Jason Bellini joins us now live from the Ukrainian capital of Kiev. All right, Jason, what is the latest on the efforts from this UN inspection team at this power plant?
Hi, Veronica. We're just now getting new details. The team has left the plant. Well, most of the team. This is a 14-member team. And what I can tell you is they spent 3 hours and 20 minutes on site at the plant. 5 members of the team were unloading equipment that they brought, and they're going to continue working at the plant until Saturday. This is information coming to us from the company that owns the plant. And you're looking at video right now of the IAEA inspectors inside of this plant, and this is pretty remarkable stuff. We're seeing them walking around what appear to be Russian military vehicles on the campus of the nuclear power plant. We knew those were there. We've seen the satellite images, but it's encouraging, I would say. I think most people here would agree that they're able to have the access to be able to see what's going on. And we did get an indication from the head of this delegation that they were able to get eyes on what they need to get eyes on. Listen to what he just said on Russian state TV.
Thank you for today. It was, I think, we were able in these few hours to put together a lot of information. The key things I needed to see, I saw, and your explanations were very clear.
So yes, this clip is disappointing. It's all we've got at the moment. Disappointing because, he tells us that that they were able to see the plant, they're able to get the access they need, but no details. Doesn't say how bad the situation is. That's what we're waiting to find out. We don't know why that clip cut out right there on Russian state TV with only really just the acknowledgement that they were there. And now we've seen video today of the team leaving the plant in their armored vehicles, just as we did when they arrived. And the shelling has continued throughout the day from what we've been hearing. So it's still a really risky operation, but we're just waiting right now to find out what they saw. What are their concerns now? How worried should everyone be? Because I can tell you, people in this country, and particularly people who are in the vicinity of that nuclear plant, are absolutely worried that there would be a radiological emergency, God forbid, a nuclear meltdown. And one other point I want to make, Veronica, is that just today, there was shelling that caused the plant to shut down one of the 2 reactors that were in service. There's only one now in service, and they had to switch to generator power because a shell, according to the company, hit equipment that's used for cooling the reactor. I mean, that's pretty ominous stuff. I
want to ask you about, what lengths Ukrainians are going to at this point to stay safe in the process. I remember the last time you and I spoke, Jason, you had showed us these iodine pills that people were buying in order to protect themselves from any radioactive material that might be around that plant. Have you heard any more about how people might be preparing for this?
Well, since we discussed that, the European Commission has sent in a bunch of iodine tablets to distribute. They were in short supply here in the capital. I can tell you that from making calls around to a number of pharmacies. So that's one thing. But drills have been going on involving preparations for what to do if there's a radiological emergency, how to decontaminate vehicles, because they'll need these emergency vehicles to get people out, to evacuate. They're preparing for evacuations, because that's what you need to do, get people away. And the critical factor would, of course, be the wind directions if there were a radiological emergency. But for people who are right there near the plant and cities within several hundred miles, even if something serious were to happen, they need to get them out very quickly.
Yeah,
Veronica?
like you were saying, I think first and foremost, evacuating the area would be the first thing to do there. Jason Bellini reporting live on the ground there in Kiev, Ukraine. Jason, please be careful. We appreciate your reporting.